The SSC CGL Tier 1 live mock has been conducted on the Oliveboard platform, and I'm here to discuss the logical reasoning section with you in detail. Let's quickly start without wasting a single moment. So the first question is right in front of us, and you can see that there is often a repeat pattern now in the mocks which is being consistently being churned out. So you can have a fair prediction of this is exactly how it was based. So this is somewhere between how the exam was last year and how we now predict it to happen. Okay, somewhere in the middle. Now, if you look at this question, the very first question says which code is inconsistent. And if you see throughout, what now we have been doing is we have been picking up one letter, mostly either the front or the back. If at the back you see it's going to end at the digit, letter digit, letter digit, letter digit, but save time here. If the end it is digit, check for the end first. So it is not a digit here. So option D is going to be my correct answer without a thought. Check for the front, check for the back, and then if nothing matches, then is when you check the pattern. So 24 seconds, the first question is done. Next, we simply need to substitute and solve. Okay, so at the rate is multiplication, dollar means subtraction, this is division, and this is addition. Now if we see 288 divided by 16, 16 into 9 is 144, and this is double of 144, so this is 18 here. 46 into 7, this is 280 plus 42, so 322 minus 18 plus 39. If you see 9 plus 2 is 11 minus 8 is 3 at the unit digit, so this is gone, this is gone. We still have two very close options. We'll have to solve this. This is 361 minus 18, which will end up becoming 343. So option A is the correct answer. Okay, 39 seconds. Next. Okay, in a university lab, scholarship students get weekday lab access, while fee-paying students get weekend access only. Though both follow the same course rules, which inference is valid? Fee-paying students waste lab hours. I mean, this is something which is being assumed at your end. Okay. Scholarship students handle tools better. No. Possible access bias by funding. So based on funding, there's an access bias. If a student has secured scholarship, that means he or she has been funded from some external source. So that funded student is given a preference over a student who's actually paid the fees. So there is a bias based on funding, possible bias, and hence option C is the correct answer. 32 seconds. Next. Now here the question is saying that which of the following pairs, you need to pick up two roll numbers which belong to the same examination center and same center code represented by first three digits. That means the first three digits should be the same. That's exactly what it's trying to ask you. Now there are two different approaches to this question. Approach number one is you straight away check the options. So 462, only option A is the one because 735, 752, 641, 648 and 819, 817, they are all different. So if the first three letters are the code for a center code and they're asking you which two roll numbers belong to the same center, it has to be option A. But I would still suggest you don't go with the options alone in these questions. Why? Because the examiner can be smart enough to put an option which totally is missing in all these numbers. You're not going to cross check everything, right? So maybe he gives you an option 735284, 735914. Now you can't look for 735914. So obviously that option would have been incorrect. So it's better if you just go through here. You can see the very first two roll numbers 462917, 462143. Option A is the correct answer. The reasoning behind it is very important. 29 seconds. Next. These questions are always visual. Visual means it will test how quickly can you scan through things. Oh, good. We are getting answers today. Excellent. Good job. Now, a man said, the woman standing there is the wife of the only son of my mother. For very small things, I would now suggest that, push yourself to not make the tree. Make it in your head. So, man is the speaker. We have man in the center. My mother means the man's mother. Man's mother's only son means the man himself. Man himself's wife. How is the woman related to the man? She is the wife. Simple. You don't have to draw the tree. Despite that, if you want to, a man is saying, so man is the speaker. And we will connect at the possessive noun. So, my mother, so man's mother. Then we'll come back only son, so this is this guy only, and his wife is the woman. Question is, how is the woman related to the man? She's the wife. Option B. Cool. Easy question. 23 seconds. Next. Coded blood relation. Now, which pair are siblings? You can either again solve it directly, just reading it, or you can solve it quickly. P into Q. P is the husband of Q. Q minus R. Q is the daughter of R. And R plus S, R is the father of S. Now, what is the sibling pair? Q and S, correct? That's the only sibling pair in the question. Sibling means it need not be gender specific. The word sibling in itself implies children of the same set of parents. So, Q and S is the correct answer. No issue here whatsoever. Students will often get confused with cannot be determined because of the gender. But we are not looking for a gender here. 28 seconds. Next. Okay. The first approach here will be, we'll probably add them. 2, 4, 6 plus 1, 7. 7 into 3 may be 21. This is how you're going to think. But it fails here. 8 into 3 is not 34. So this is not my game. What else can be done? You'll multiply them. You'll see this is 8. This is 0. Again, it's not helping us out. Then you'll see 2 square, 4 square, 1 square. You'll add all the 3. So this is 4, this is 16 and 1 17. 17 and 4 is 21. Here you'll add 3 square, 5 square and 0 square is as it is only. 25 plus 9 is 34. So that is what my answer is. So 4 square, 7 square, 1 square, 49 plus 150 plus 16, 66. Option D is the right answer. Okay. These are common variations. If you know them, you will figure it out very quickly. Not a problem at all. Next. Okay, the question actually is trying to tell you that this is your reference address. Check the exact matching option. Now, what the paragraph is mentioning, the paragraph is also mentioning that every little detail, colon, semicolon, colon, comma, etc. will matter. So that we already know. If you're ever checking an address matching question will always be thoroughly examined. Always go vertical here. So Australia, 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 the spelling is incorrect here. So option C goes. Then we have semicolons, okay, 2026.06.18, comma, there is a semicolon here, so gone. And we have colon 1115, 1115, CS.T and CST. Exactly, this is CST, so option A is also eliminated. Option D is the right answer. Pretty clear? No problem. We have just removed the anomalies. 35 seconds. Next. Okay. Now here first, don't be in a haste for these particular questions. Okay. First, fill up the gaps which are common everywhere. So M is vertically the same and in the end N is vertically the same. So this is M and this is N. Count the number of letters. So this is 4, 4, 8, 12 and 3. Only 15 letters. 15 letters can be represented two types, 3 into 5 or 5 into 3. Now if you see MMN, I think 3 is not making sense here. Okay. So 5 into 3 makes sense. That means pair of 5 letters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be repeated. Now if you observe here, there is triple N here. Now there is only one possibility. So a lot of people feel that okay, double M, triple M, that may be the logic, but that is not possible here because there are only 5 letters. So what can be a possibility? Double M, triple N. So we will say double M, triple N, double M, triple N, double M, triple N. MN, N, MN, MN, N, MN. Option C is the correct answer. So that is true. Don't assume anything unless you observe everything. 45 seconds. Next. Find the missing term. Okay, pretty easy I think. We'll find the differences right away. This is 4, this is 6, this is 8. Next one has to be 10 and next one has to be 12. If I add 10, I get 31, but always confirm. 31 plus 12 is 43. Option A is the right answer. Not for every question, but for such questions at least confirm. Okay. This took around 18 seconds. Excellent. Next. Missing terms again. This can be all done verbally, you know. 6 plus 4 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 7 is 28. That is 2. Remember the cyclic addition. 2 plus 8 will be 10 again. So J is the correct answer. Okay. No issues. 17 seconds. Excellent. And the missing term again. Now look at the numbers first. 33, 33, 34, 34. Useless to check the numbers because you will still have to check it twice. So the better way is if you look at the letters now, M, L, N, O. First letters are different. Establish a relationship, find your answer. So 26, 23, minus 3. 23, 20, minus 3. 20, 17, minus 3. 17 minus 3 is 14. We'll start with an N. Option C will be the correct answer. Cool? 17 seconds. Next. Komal starts walking from her office towards east for 75 meters. Okay. So she's walking from her office for 75 meters in the east. Then she turns left and walks 25 meters. She turns right and walks 50 meters. She turns right and walks 25 meters again to reach her home. How far is her home from her office? They are asking you the shortest distance, but this is the only possible shortest distance. By rectangle method, this will also be 50. 75 plus 50 is 125. Very simple question. Option A is the right answer. Okay, cool. 35 seconds. Next. Embedded figures. See, in these cases, elimination always works better than picking up the exact figure. So we look at the elements. We look at the trapezium in the middle first. It's here. It's not here. Delete. Not here. Delete. It's here. Now, in option 1 and 4 and the primary figure, What can you not see? In option 4, this is missing because the trapezium does not have this slant line here. So 4 is also gone. So 1 is the only possibility left. We are done. Or you would have observed it is existing in 1. So you would have tick mark 1. Eliminating 2 options quickly and then looking for the other answer becomes very easy. 17 seconds. Everything is about visualization. Now, this is actually a good question. Why? Because I have often in my classes of letter series discussed with you questions which are actually disguised. This question looks like a repeated letter series question, but it is actually a simple cluster based series. Just that they have not put the commas in between. How will you identify that? You will see that there is no repeat pattern here with the given letters, and neither is there any fixed repeat pattern in the options. That means something else is going on. This is a cluster series disguised as a repeated letter series, and this is a common trick used by examiners in CHSL Tier 2, CGL Tier 2 2023, and once also in CGL Tier 2 2024. So make sure you know this also, that they can often do this trick with you. Now what exactly will happen here? You will count the number of letters first. So there are 3, 3, 6, 3, 9, 3, 12, 3, 15, 3, 18. 18 letters. If I divide them into clusters, I cannot have cluster of 4 letters here. So cluster of 3 letters or cluster of 6 letters. 3 into 6 or 6 into 3. Okay. 9 into 2 and 2 into 9 will not make sense here. Now cluster of 3 into 6 makes more sense. So I will see AM dash comma BNT comma O dash O 0 dash O dash comma DP dash EQ dash FR dash. These are the clusters. Now if I look at the first letter, I will see A, B dash D, E, F. So this is C. Second letter is C. Technically I have only one option which is satisfying. Despite that, in this particular question, I would suggest please check it otherwise also. Now if you see, everywhere the third letter is the one which is missing. If I just confirm the second letter, M, N, O, P, Q, R, this actually gives me a guarantee that this is exactly what I'm looking for. With this guarantee, I can actually go with option A and move ahead. Even if I want to check, what can I do? There's a T here. So before T, we'll have an S, and then we'll have a U, we'll have a E, V, we'll have a W, we'll have an X. So S, C, U, V, W, X is exactly what is completing the logic, which is option A. Make sure you're aware of this. Okay, 40 seconds. Now, these questions have disrupted the scores for a lot of students, but ideally these questions are not sufficient to, let you know that whether you have performed well in this mock or not. I'll tell you how you can do that well. In this case, Oliveboard is providing you the opportunity of Olive score. Okay. What is Olive score? Rather than you depending on such questions and individual scores which are generated and, trying to keep a track of comparison about how you have performed in the past and how you are improving now. Everything has been done here with a single score. This single unit score is going to tell you what is your exam readiness level like. And you have to aim for a higher score, of course. This is a dummy account, so 20 is the score where it has stuck. But this has, you'll click on view report here. This has an exact detail of your overall performance across all the mocks you have given on the platform, right? These are the 6 parameters based on which it is marked. I'll give you a quick overview here and just look at this. Look at the details here. It is live test wise, Live test on 25th May, 1st June, 8th June, 15th June, 22nd June, 29th June, 6th July, 13th July, 20th, 20th July, everything, the latest one, everything is mentioned here. Of course, these are dummy accounts, so I have not scored anything, I have not attempted anything on this account. But you can see every mock which has been given has a solution analysis tab and advanced report tab here, right? Then everything is divided section wise. Overall, everything is mentioned here. It's a very detailed report and it does not end here. If you click on the recovery playlist, all your aspects which you have attempted, all your questions which you have attempted so far in all the mocks combined have been segregated topic wise. If you look at the first topic of reasoning, blood relations. So far in all the mocks attempted on this platform with this account, there have been 12 questions of blood relations which I have come across so far, out of which, of course, because there has been no attempt, so everything is 0. But if you would do it, you would see numbers here. Now, this will put a label automatically here that whether this subject is critical for you, this topic is critical, it's good or it's moderate. And based on that, you will, pick up topics which you need to prepare. Okay. You can also access questions which you have made faults in and with correct solutions. So go ahead and check this feature out. You will be much more benefited. And the more data driven your performance is, the better it is for you. Okay. Coming back anyways. Now we'll switch to the next question. So now these kinds of questions never ever converted completely. The question is each vowel in the word ponder is changed to the preceding letter in the English alphabetical order, and each consonant is changed to the following letter. So vowel -1, consonant +1. This is what is happening. Usually after this, they also arrange it in an ascending order. If that is happening, then the story changes. But here if you read it completely, nothing else is happening. Okay. After this, they are just asking how many letters are there in the English alphabetical order between the letter which is second from the left end and fourth from the right end. So they are looking between these two letters. In the English alphabetical order means in the English alphabet, how many letters are present here. So now it's a vowel, O is a vowel, so O -1 will become N, and N is a consonant, N +1 will become O. So between N and O, how many letters are in the English alphabet? None, 0. So option C is the correct answer. That is what they are looking for. Okay, 43 seconds. Next, syllogism. I'll just hide the question number. This is question number 17, okay? So that we can look at all the options together. All TVs are can'ts. Some can'ts are dusks. All dusks are scales. Some scales are TV. Scale and TV are not connected to each other. So any definite conclusion between them will not follow. Possibilities will be true. Some scales are can'ts, that's clearly visible in the minimum possible Venn diagram. So conclusion 2 is the only correct conclusion. Cool, 27 seconds. Next. Earth is a planet. Moon is not a star. Sun is not a planet. Jupiter is not a satellite. Milky Way is a galaxy. Option C is the correct answer. No issue at all. Very simple question. 14 seconds. Mirror image. Now, first look at the basic mirror image. So when you flip this whole thing here, this black, this arrow, shaded arrow will also be flipped here. But the left side will be white. The right side will be black. Left is white. Right is black. Left is white. So option 2 is gone. Left is right. This is also gone because the arrow is pointing downwards. Left is white, right is black. Now just look at these two options which are left. Don't look at the figure. What is different here? Only E is different here. Rest everything is the same. So now only check for E. E is straight here. So after being mirrored, E is going to change, right? So 1 cannot be true. 4 is the only correct option. Cool. So option 4 is the right answer. 21 seconds. Just observation. Keen observation and picking up only the most appropriate elements. Now this version slightly becomes time consuming regularly for students. Just observe this. So hint on the division first. So the last two numbers are being divided. 3 and 7 cannot be divided. So this is gone. 10 and 5 can be divided. 27, 9 can be divided. 24 and 2 can be divided. Now you'll have to check them one by one. If you look at the numbers here, they're pretty small. So it will be easier for you to approach it. 24 divided by 2 is 12. And the next thing which you check for is multiplication. So second and third. Second and third means 3 and 8, 24. And there's a minus in between. So 24 minus 12 becomes 12. 12 plus 12 is not 85. Not possible to be 85. Too much. Don't solve it completely. Just go for partial solving now. So you'll check here. 27 divided by 9 is 3. This is 3. And 19 into 2 is 38. So this is 88 minus 3 is 85. So option C is correct. See, we have eliminated two options very quickly. Now we are left with these two. You can go with anything which you like. If you would have proceeded with B, it would have been incorrect. So only C would have remained. You would have still marked C only in one step. Or you checked C, it was correct. Again, you would have marked C. So one option only will help you out like that. So eliminate two options. Then the gamble becomes very easy. Okay. 37 seconds. Not bad. Very nice. Next. In a certain code language, carrot is coded as this, tomato is coded as this. How will lemon be coded? Now here, if you look at this code, we will first go corresponding. So C and 9, A and 3, R 36, 36. So this will give you the hint. C is being multiplied by 3, A is also being multiplied by 3, O is being multiplied by 3. But the problem is R is multiplied by 2 here and T is also multiplied by 2. What is this logic? Now see, I have told you to always have an algorithm for coding, decoding based questions. Here if you observe the question, single digits you will feel that they are multiplied by 3, but 15 also, O also is a single digit. So it is a double digit, but it's still being multiplied by 3. Not true. Though then what else? Vowels, consonants still not working out because A and O are going the same, but consonants are also multiplied by 3 here. One is consonant is multiplied. What is the other logic? Even, odd. C is odd, A is odd, O is odd. 15, 1 and 3. 18 and 20 are even. So even is multiplied by 2 and odd is multiplied by 3. This is the logic. So what is the code for lemon? L is 12, 12 is even. 12 will be doubled. So we'll have 24 as the first letter, which is only here, option D. Option D is the correct answer. You'll have to identify very quickly, okay? 54 seconds. Probably the topper came back to this question later on. How many triangles are there in the given figure? 2 parts, 3 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 3 more triangles. And this one triangle downwards. Apart from that, if you observe the whole figure, you will not be able to find any other triangle, any other combo triangle. So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Only problem some students might face is, even after getting 7, they will look at the options, they will come across 6 and 8. They'll be like, either I have counted one extra triangle or I may have missed one triangle, and they'll just give this figure a glance through once again. That will waste another 4 or 5 seconds of theirs. That's it. Otherwise, this question will not trouble you. 30 seconds. Perfect. Next. The position of how many letters will remain unchanged if all the letters of the word vaporize are arranged in reversed English alphabetical order. Make sure you read it very clearly. So this time it's better that you write the place values first of vaporize. So it's 22, 1, 16, 15, 21, 18, 9, 26, 5. And arrange it in the decreasing order. So 26, 22, 21, 18, 16, 15, 9, 5, 1. Only one letter does not change its place. Rest everything changes. So 1 is the correct answer. Cool. 48 seconds. Towards the end, usually you will find the questions taking a lot of time. You need to find the odd one out now. If you observe carefully, smaller numbers if you pick up and you just add them, this is 37. 37 plus 1 is 38. If you add this, this is 50. 50 plus 1 is 51. Pretty easy, I think. This is 67. 67 minus 1 is 66. But you'll have to confirm it. 66 plus 1 is 67. Generally, these logics which are too good to be true need to be confirmed once again. So option C is the odd one out. Pretty easy. 30 seconds. And the last question for today. Jumbled words which need to be arranged in a particular order. Now, you have two options, of course. Number one is you can look at the letters and figure out what is the word. A lot of people, their first figure out is deceive. But deceive will have 3 E's here. So this cannot be deceive. Either you get the word from the remaining letters again, or you take the help from the options. From the options, the first letter is D, and most probably repeated is 6, that is E. And after looking at everything, you will find out that device is the correct word. Now what we are looking for, eliminate E and E here. Look for the other letters. So D is 3, dash, V is 1, I is 5, and C is 4. So 3-154. 154 in the middle is option A. So option A will be the correct answer. Alright, 50 seconds. So with that, we are done with the complete discussion of the logical reasoning section of your recent Tier 1 live test. Hopefully this was useful for you. If you are new on the platform, hit the subscribe button right away. Share these videos across platforms so that other students can also benefit from these sessions, these videos, and please like the video. Of course, I'm sure you liked it, right? So I'll see you around in the next session with a new topic. Till then, you guys take care. Bye-bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind. And do check out the Olive score.